Welcome back to Henry's Silly Emporium. You guys hear that music? You guys hear that music? Yeah, you guessed it. Slay the princess. Let's go, guys. Let's hop right into it. I've played this game before, so I'm familiar with it. So I'm not playing it blind like I did with Scarlet Hollow. However, I only played it once, all the way through. I saw one ending. Let's see if I can get a new ending. It's still like kind of the same of playing it blind, so W words. All right. Let's hop right into it. Oh. Whoops, sorry. Sorry, I was oh. Okay. All right, let's get right into it. Let's go right into it.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end.
Yeah. Been there, done that. Where should we go this time? Last time, if you guys could guess it, I did a very morally neutral and like a chaotic good type of run, because that's just who I am. I can't, man. I get guilty over the fictional. So could be. Talking to the narrator in this sort of way is useless. He doesn't care. It's kind of programmed. Let's see. Let's continue.
You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within. A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says. We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them. Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about. The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on the blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Let's kill her.
You take the blade from the table. It'd be rather difficult to slay the princess and save the world without it.
Yeah, do the funny ending. I don't know what the funny ending is.
The door to the basement her voice.
Her.
Who's there?
Who's there?
She sounds dangerous. Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation.
Manipulation.
Good.
Get on down there.
You're still listening to reason. You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. She's so coldly focused on the task at hand.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
You step forward.
Oh? No talking then? I'm probably chained up in this basement for a reason, right? And if that's so, you should just drop it.
She's unarmed. You lunge forward without a moment. You feel flesh easily give way and look down to see your blade already.
Oh.
Need to kill.
This is it, isn't it?
Need to kill.
I'm almost embarrassed. I should have seen that coming. Do you actually believe this was enough to kill me?
It's like she's convinced she can't. Yes. even as she lays there. But it's over, isn't it? She stopped. Is it over? It's over. We should make sure. What's the harm? I really don't think you should do that. And why shouldn't we? Is there something you're not telling us? I've told you everything that's happened with complete accuracy. The princess is dead. You lean down and wrap your hand around the blade's hilt. But as you begin to slide it out of its resting place, you feel a sharp and sudden jab in your side. What was that?
I guess I won't be dying alone after all.
What the fuck?
Quick, let's get out of here. It's too late for that now. You collapse to the ground as the mortally wounded princess twists a blade of her own deeper between your ribs. As you fall, she falls with you, exhausted by the effort, the little life that was left in her eyes fading rapidly.
An eye for an eye. See you around.
You were so close. Why did you hesitate?
Ah!
For whatever that's worth.
Kill.
Everything goes dark, and you die.
Kill.
You're on a path.
Shut up, narrator.
A warning. She will lie. He couldn't be. We know what to look at. Just
fuck.
stay.
Just kill her.
The interior. The
Shut the fuck up.
It feels.
Shut up, cheated.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing what must once have
Shut
the
the
air
fuck
seat
up,
scraping.
Kill yourself.
Her
I hope you've come to rescue.
there is something.
Shut up.
Yeah, she thinks she's better than us. As you
You
descend
need to
the
be
final
killed.
step.
Finally, somebody.
Come on now. If she sounds threatening, it's because her mask is already slipping.
What are you waiting for?
You need to
You're
die!
here to rescue me, right?
I don't want to waste words on you. Screw it.
The princess falls silent, her smile unwavering. Okay, she hasn't pulled out a knife yet, and her hands are still behind her back. I think we can do this. I think we can win. We just have to strike now. But your focus is broken by the horrible sound of metal slicing through meat. Whose meat? Not ours, right? Hers at first, then yours.
Hee.
How? What did she even hit us with? You stare down at your chest and at the long, thin blade she impaled you with.
Fuck!
And then the red, angry slit along the flesh of her thigh, where the blade had been nestled. Bullshit. Absolute
You
bullshit.
vile
You're
fuck!
going to die now.
With a twist of her knee and a painful squelch, she does just that. Everything goes dark.
Shut up.
You're on a path in the woods. No, fuck that. If we're gonna have to keep doing this over and over and over again, we're not starting in that goddamn woods every time. We're starting in the fucking cabin. You're what? The interior of the cabin is sharp. A constricting mess of curved and battered sheet metal pushing you towards... Wait, excuse me? What just happened? What did you just do?
What is
I
happening?
feel dizzy. Oh ho ho ho! I guess I took us to the cabin, didn't I? Isn't that interesting? Who holds the cards now? The circle's getting smaller and smaller. Running isn't an option anymore.
Shut up, you
Good.
fucking
It's better
coward.
that way. Without a fight, no one can win, and if no one can win, then nothing. Great. So obviously you've already been here. This is our. No wonder things have fallen apart. You do realize
Just
that
let me kill her.
Right, that's too much responsibility. Nah, impossibly high stakes make the fight so much better. Let's just stay focused, shall we? The only furniture of note is a bent metal. We take it.
Give me that fucking
Okay, sure.
knife.
You take the blade before letting me finish telling you it's there. It will be different. This feels right. We just have to keep our senses sharp.
Just had
That's
to
right.
kill
We've got
her.
to be able to win eventually. We will win eventually. Hell, we might even win now.
Maybe.
That's a fighting spirit I like to see. You could all learn a thing or two from this one. I'd love to get started just as much as you would, but how are we supposed to get down there?
The mirror.
Walk through the door. You do know what doors are.
There's
right?
no door,
There
there's
isn't
just
a door.
a
There's
mirror.
just that mirror. There isn't a mirror. You really messed things up, didn't you? It's like you can't even see reality anymore. I can feel the air coming up from behind it, stinking of iron and steel.
Who
They might
cares?
be right. Could be a trick. If our other
Kill her anyway.
You make your way to the door at the end of the room, stopping just in front of it. You really must think you're looking at a mirror. Well, it doesn't exist. Just reach forward and open it. Let's just fumble for the handle and be done with it. I don't care what we look like. I care about getting to the end of this mess.
We need to kill her.
You reach forward and place your hand on the door to the basement. It creaks open. And the mirror's gone. How surprising. It was never there. Just an illusion.
Let's just get to the princess already. I didn't care about the mirror before, and I care about it even less now.
Guess it's time for us to see her again. Just stay focused and you'll be fine. You step forward, but you don't get a chance to linger on the basement stairs. They are smooth and flat and metallic, an unintentional and unfortunately slippery ramp that quickly sends you skittering to the bottom. Your body tumbles onto the basement floor and the form of the princess comes into view, standing at a distance. She gives you a wry smile.
Hi, it looks like you don't have a way out, so I'm not going to play dumb anymore. But don't worry about how bad you did last time. That's part of the fun.
She's got another thing coming if she...
Pride makes us dead. The only thing that matters... Actually, does survival matter? We've died twice and nothing bad has come of it. Nothing bad has come of it yet. Plenty bad has come of it. You've left at least one entire world to ruin. The past isn't real. There's only here and now. Your internal bickering is cut short by the wet sound of slicing meat. From the princess's arms erupt twin blades, glistening with her blood. The
She's
empty
cutting
flesh
her
of
own
her arms
flesh.
flopping at her
I
elbows
should be
like
cutting
torn
it.
sleeves. She's loose, and she is coming for you.
I'm loose.
You're going to make me walk over to you, aren't you?
Shit. She's coming for us and I'm out of ideas.
Yes, yes. This is the
can't
best
hurt
idea
us.
anyone
We just
has
don't let her.
ever had.
She has to be killed.
Yeah, sure. Why the hell not? Let's see if we can turn off the part of us that feels things. Pain is good. It's how we stay alive.
Shut up, you coward.
Nah, I'm sick of pain. Yeah, this whole thing would be a lot more tolerable if it didn't hurt so much.
Yeah.
Just standing there, huh? A bold strategy.
The princess closes the distance and we dodge. And you dodge. And we fight back.
You'll die.
And you fight back.
Oh, you're fast. But let's see how fast you really are.
You and the princess enter a quick and vicious exchange, each of you wounding the other, but neither landing a fatal blow.
Yes, yes, this is exactly it.
She's gonna die.
But the dance couldn't last forever. All it takes is a single clumsy moment.
Gotcha.
Ah! Ah! Ah!
Does it hurt? No. Oh, a new one of us. I thought that only happens when we die. Did we die? You're on a... No, you're in a... Where the hell are you?
You.
I don't like that we died without us knowing it. This really, really blurs some lines that I prefer not to be blurred. Are we still dead? Are we alive again? How are we even supposed to know the difference? If we didn't realize we were dead, then we made progress. Stop saying dead, all of you. We might have died a second ago, but right now we're extremely not dead. This is all horribly wrong. How many times have you been here?
Must
This
have
is
stabbed
for-
her 50 fucking times. I can't believe it.
No wonder everything's such a mess. This wasn't supposed to go past one.
I wonder what you're going to do next. You're so full of ideas, and I love that.
But I guess we don't have time to talk about things before the princess advances. Okay, whatever we do gets us another us. Let's see how many we can stack. There's got to be a point where it makes us better than her.
Maybe at some point, if I have enough of myself, I can have enough power to kill
We
her.
don't need any other voices
needs to
shouting
die.
about in here. It'll just confuse us.
Yeah, I'll pass on that.
As long as we keep moving, why not? It's not like dying again and again is doing us any harm. Let's see how far this little mind hole goes.
Come on! Show me something new!
Ah! Ah! Ah!
None of this is working. Think. Think. She skewers you. Well, there's more of us. Let's see if that helps. And then you skewer yourself.
I thought we both understood that dying doesn't get you anywhere.
Huh, that didn't do much of anything. We're tougher than I thought. What's the point? It's all the same. She skewers you.
Oh, don't give up on me just yet. You gotta keep going.
It doesn't matter how many times this takes, we can't give up. Okay, let's go again. Compliment her on those gleaming blades. There's nothing better than a capable woman.
Ugh, nothing worse than a
She
kiss up.
skews you.
You're cute.
See? We're getting better. Okay, yeah. That was a good one. Just panic. Flee. She skewers you.
No, you don't get to escape. That's not how this works.
We're getting close to something. Can't you feel it? You're right. One last time. That's all we need. Let's appeal to her better nature. She skewers you. And then everything goes dark. And you die. You're on a... Don't lose your head. We're in a cabin and we'll... Everything feels like it finally fits, doesn't it? We're up here, which is different. And different is good. And our steel claw... Oh! What if we throw it out the window? Over my dead body. That won't be very hard. We've died a lot. But I can't say I mind anymore. Besides, what better way to die so very many times than at the sharp hands of a beautiful woman?
Just let me
Sure,
kill
I can
her.
think of a better way to die. They're all the same, really. How about we stop thinking about horrible ways to die? I don't want us to accidentally manifest anything. The only thing we're gonna manifest is finally ending up on... There are entirely too many of you. How many times have you been here? How about you stick to describing things, and we'll stick to doing them? Yeah, leave it to the pros. We'll notch up that win in no time. Narrator,
You fucking
we
medieval
heroically
gooter. Get out
stride
of
through
here.
the door and towards our destined
That'd be
final
medieval.
encounter with our star-crossed lover. Fine by me. You walk to the door and onto the basement stairs, only it's more of a slide. We know.
Well, I slide into her fucking guts. Fucking
Fine,
kill her
I'll
already!
Just shut up then and speed this whole thing along. Are you sure you don't want me to describe the stairs? Or don't care, just want to win. Fine, you make your way to the basement.
You know, this last time I killed you, and you didn't pop right back up again? I thought I'd actually done it. I thought I'd cut you into so many pieces you just weren't able to stitch yourself back together. But I guess we're not done. That's okay with me. It's good even. I like that. I got something ready for you while you were gone. Do you want to see it? I'm not going to wait for an answer. I'm just going to show you. It's worth it though. Just you wait.
If it's a bunch
And not
of
for very
blades
long,
coming from your
because I'm going to
fucking
do it
arms
right
and
now.
legs, I'm not interested.
Are you gonna say what she does? Well, yeah, she says she has something new. Yeah, me too. I think I speak for all of us when I say, really? Okay then.
Here we go. Now.
The princess's skin twists, splitting into red blooms of raw meat as it stretches and tears. Then she becomes a wave of blood and viscera, pieces of her splattering against the walls. All that remains in the center of the room is a skeleton of blades.
Are you ready for what comes
Oh
next?
my god.
Holy shit! She's gorgeous. Absolutely divine.
Fucking weird.
Yes, behold, the perfect
The
woman.
perfect woman. The perfect woman would be dead.
Do you think we
You're
could throw
dead.
her out the window?
Good point.
That looked painful.
How is she still alive?
Heart's still beating, that's all she needs.
This is fake. This is all fake. That's all just made up.
Not wrong.
She doesn't even have a back anymore. How are we supposed to stab her in it? This is all just a sick joke. I hate existing.
Me too.
We're screwed. I quit. I'm done.
No.
What just
Time
happened?
to kill her.
It's so quiet.
Shut your mouth.
Something feels different about you. It almost makes me feel different. Like I should actually take this seriously for once.
You do not act, and yet through that inaction your body moves on its own. The princess strikes you as you approach, but as her blow finishes its arc, you're already somewhere else.
You're incredible.
Your weapons clash again and again, you and her entering a rhythm free of thoughts and free of self. There's only the dance, the ebb and flow, the shifting of the tides back and forth between you. The deeper you fall into your play, the faster your hearts pound, and the faster the momentum volleys between you. An endlessly building crescendo, and then an opening. The blade strikes free of volition, and her strikes too. Both strikes are lethal. Neither of you will survive, but neither of you fear what's to come. This is a good ending. You do not get to see each other die. Something has taken her away, and it's left something else in her place. Do so. Silence as you reach toward the glass. It's time for you to see what's in it. It's you. You are alone in a place that is empty. It is quiet here. W. Randstoffen. You are at the cabin.
Something finds me in the long quiet and brings me the gift of a fragile vessel.
Just another thing I had to kill! Ah! Your will cuts across the entity in front of you, but nothing happens.
My roots burrow in an ocean beyond your sight. We cannot harm each other as we are now.
Ah! 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 You raise your will to end your life, but as it buries into the space your body should be, you feel nothing at all. One of the many hands in front of you reaches forward and gently touches the side of your face.
There's nowhere for you to be but here. I am solitary lights in an empty city. What are you?
I don't know what I am.
I think that you are like me. We are oceans, reduced to shallow creeks.
What happens now?
Nothing, as we are. But I know that there are worlds beyond us, and that we are meant to reach them. There is no exit, but this vessel is a creature of perception. She can make you forget, if only you believe her to be able to. Bring me more perspectives, so that I may be whole, and perhaps then we will know our freedom. She asks that I tell you to remember her. You won't.
Everything goes dark, and you die.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world. You make your way up the short path to the cabin. A warning.
have
She
to
will
kill
lie.
her.
We're not going to go through with this, right?
Shut
Ignore
up.
him.
She needs to die.
The interior of the blade.
Quiet. Give me the blade.
You take the blade. The door to the basement creaks open.
Yeah, I
Her
get
voice.
Who's there?
She sounds.
Who's
Don't
there?
let it fool. Good. You're still listening to reason. You walk down the stairs, and she's focused on the
Yeah,
task.
And there you
Just
are.
die
Are you
already.
here to kill me or?
You step forward.
Oh, no. I'm probably chained up. So you.
She's unarmed.
Die.
You lunge forward without. You feel flesh eat.
Oh, this is it, isn't it? I'm almost. Do you actually believe?
It's like she's convinced. Yes, but it's over. Is it over? Yes, exactly. It's over. With your work done, you make your way back up the stairs, closing the door to the basement behind you. Why do I feel like we've done... You did kill someone.
Who cares?
But that day isn't
She
today.
needed to die. It's time to leave.
You open the cabin door, ready to return to a world saved from certain doom. Only, a world saved from certain doom isn't what you find. Instead, what you find is nothing at all.
What have you done?
Where a lush forest stood mere minutes ago, the only thing in front of you now is the vast emptiness of
What do you
some
mean?
place far away.
What?
Happened? Everyone is fine. It's just that you and the cabin are now far away from them. Don't worry.
No.
You'll be safe here. This is good. Everyone is happy.
Happy?
You'll be happy.
I won't be. What? Let me out of
What's
here!
done is done. And there's no going back now. This is what's best for everyone. Trust me.
Trust you? How can I trust you?
Time passes. You can't be sure if it's days or months or years or even decades.
What do you
It's
mean?
all a wonderful, boring blur.
Wonderful.
You've never been happier.
Happy? What is he saying?
Hey, we're not just going to stay here forever, right?
Hell no. Do you have any idea how to get us the heck
I
out
do,
of here?
but you're probably not going to like it. The blade. We can use the blade to get out of this.
You don't mean... No.
I can hear everything you say, little voice. There's only one thing it would want you to use that blade on, and I'm afraid that thing is you, dear hero. He's right. It's
No,
the
I'm
only
supposed to be
way
happy.
out.
Oh. No. Can't bring it on to myself.
You
Why
hear
would I...
that? It wants to take this happiness away from you. It
Happiness?
wants this wonderful place to end.
No.
Do you not? There's more for us to do, and the only way for us to do it is to take that blade and use it.
No.
Don't you dare.
Wouldn't using the blade, kill us? Wouldn't we be dead?
How astute. You are absolutely correct. Using the blade to kill yourself would kill you. In a sense, we'd die, but looking at things from another angle, are we even really alive anymore? This place, it's nothing. It's absolutely nothing. It's just the same thing, constantly, forever. I know this is out there, but trust me, I know using the blade will work.
I'm not gonna kill
That little
myself.
voice didn't want you to slay the princess. It didn't want you to be happy.
Oh, God. You're right. I didn't like that idea. I'm just gonna stick around and do nothing. At least for a little while longer. I'd rather not die.
What a relief. I suppose we've got all the time in the world for you to change your mind. More happy time passes, though the word begins to lose its meaning. Time, that is, not happy. Happy still has plenty of meaning.
Shut up!
Please, shake yourself out of it. We have to get out of here.
Get out of where?
The little voice's pleas fall on deaf ears. Eventually you pass into a blissful state of pure existence. Though words like eventually and pass ceased to have any meaning to you long before that shift, you simply exist. Happy.
Happy?
Forever.
Forever?
You have already committed to my completion. You cannot go further astray.
What the fuck? Oh. Okay, I'm not happy. And I'm not just saying that because you're the last person I talked to.
Good, because I have an idea to get us out of here. Though you're probably not going to like it. The blade. We can use the blade to get out of this. I can hear everything you say, little voice. There's only one thing it would want you to use that blade on, and I'm afraid he's right.
You guys
Do
said
you
this
hear
already.
that? It wants to take this happiness. Do
What
you
the fuck
not?
is happening?
There's more for us to do, and the only way for us to do it is to take that blade and use it. Don't you dare.
Oh my god. You better be right about this. I'll be pretty upset if we die.
If we die, you can yell at me all you want. I made this happy little place for you. Is this not a good enough reward for saving the world? An eternity of bliss?
Bliss?
You ingrate.
What are you talking about?
Fine. Whatever. For the first time since time stopped meaning anything, you throw open the door to the basement and walk down the stairs. The princess's body is dust and bones, though the blade you used to slay her is still as pristine as the day you first held it. You pick up the blade, you stab yourself, and you die. The end. Nice knowing you. You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin.
Fuck.
You're here to slay her.
Again. God fucking damn it. I just want to kill this
A
princess
warning.
already.
Before you go in, she
Shut
wakes
your
you
mouth.
up.
I don't care. Just let me kill her. Let this end.
The interior of the cabin is cold, a soft odour of dirt permeating the air. Cobwebs flutter in the corners. You can hear wind whistling outside, banging the shutters against the windows. The only furniture of note is an elegant antique table with a pristine blade perched on the edge.
Blade. It's done me no good.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right. It feels like no one's been here for a long, long time. Like I've been saying, she's dead. We killed her already.
It's not how it went before. It shouldn't go again like that again. Let's... I'm gonna need
You
this.
take the blade from the table. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon. The door to the basement groans open, revealing an old banister and a creaky wooden stairwell. Everything is coated in a thick layer of dust, and you can feel it settle into your lungs as you breathe in the stale air. The very building itself feels dead. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor. The room below is silent. Nobody's here. Naturally. As much as I appreciate the optimism, you shouldn't be so sure.
Just go kill
I guess
her.
we'll just have to go down and see. As you descend the final step, the form of the princess comes into view. A skeletal body lying in a heap on the floor, its wrist still bound to the wall by a thick chain. Okay, she's definitely dead.
Something isn't right.
It's just like I told you.
Before you have a chance to finish your thought, the top of a head appears from underneath the floor. 2 deep-set eyes stare up at you, followed by a mischievous, skeletal grin. And finally, the rest of the body floats up to join the head. Wait, this isn't right. What's...
Ghost!
Oh. Wow. How absolutely terrifying.
Oh, it's you. Hiya, Keller. I was hoping to see you again. I have some issues with how our last meeting went.
No.
The princess drifts across the room into your orbit, gently running her fingers across your shoulders and down your neck as she circles you. Her touch is cold and ethereal, formless yet real enough that her icy fingertips send shivers dancing across your skin.
Not back as a fucking ghost.
So she has a body, and she's right there. That means we could kill her again.
Yes. Kill her.
Without a moment's hesitation, you lash out with your blade. It's like you're slashing at air. No matter how many times you stab at her, no matter how many angles you strike from, all you manage to do is interrupt her form, the skin of your hand prickling with cold as it passes through, unable to find anything solid.
You're adorable when you're confused. But I didn't say you could touch me.
I don't care. You need to die.
Why are you even here? Just making sure you finish the job, or what?
Just die.
You swing at the princess once more, and once more your blade cuts through nothing as she disappears.
Really?
Her voice chides from elsewhere in the room. You whirl around, finding her hovering between you and the basement stairs, looking you over with grim disappointment. She draws in close.
I was willing to let bygones be bygones, Keller. I was willing to ignore everything you did to me so we could get out of here, together. All I ever wanted was to leave this place. All I ever wanted was to find a way back home. Wherever home is.
Her eyes turn from wells of sorrow to pits of wrath as she stares into you.
I guess violence is the only language you speak.
She forces her hand into your chest, and then... Yes? Nothing happens. Are you sure about that? Something should have happened.
You
And
really
yet it
think
didn't.
you, with your fucking ethereal
We're
form,
fine.
can touch me? If I can't touch you, then you can't touch me.
You can't be sure if you first hear or feel what happens next, but it is over before you can fully conceptualize what it is. The horrific splintering, the squelching of organs, the rending of tissue.
I'm done asking. The next time I see you, I'm taking everything I owed. Starting with your body. If you won't choose to give me my freedom, I'll just have to make you give it to me.
She's real now. If she's making us dead, we should return the favor.
Bye-bye.
You swing your blade towards her briefly corporeal throat. It connects. A gash widens across her neck, glowing ectoplasm leaking from the wound. But it's too little, too late. In her hand, you realize she clutches your still beating heart. It thumps unsettlingly.
The monolith to distract us from the fact they're putting plants in her food. I love that meme.
Did we get her? Even if we didn't, we've given her something to remember.
See you soon, killer.
I'm afraid you'll never know. As she crushes your precious organ in her hand, everything goes dark, and you die. You're on a path in the wood, and here we go again. Off to slay her again. The deck's stacked, isn't it? We kill her, we start again. She kills us as a goddamn ghost, we start again. I'm starting to think we're being run in circles just for the sake of... Come on, let's not give in to all that misery just yet. There's got to be a way out of this. There's got to be a right answer. And what if there isn't? Aren't you listening to me? What if all of this was rigged from the start? That's ridiculous. There'd be no point in all this if it was just some kind of cosmic busy work. I think that's exactly what it is. The powers that be, seeing how many ways they can screw with us. Could be it's all some kind of sick joke to them. Wouldn't that get, I don't know, boring? Okay, so you've already been here. Twice even. Great. Then let me poke a few holes in your depressing little theory. Nobody here is screwing with you, and I can't imagine any scenario where you would have started over after slaying the princess. Well, we didn't have to start over. We killed ourselves. And why, pray tell, did you do that? Because you decided to foist an infinite tedium on us. That doesn't sound like me. If I'd had everything my way, you would have effortlessly slain the princess, saved the world, and been given your happy ending. The ending was the tedium. You locked us in a cabin and sent that cabin to an endless void, and then you told us we were happy.
Happy.
Well, were you happy? Of course we weren't happy. That's why we killed ourselves. It was awful. It was boring.
Boring.
It was bullshit.
Bullshit.
So you killed yourself.
Kill
Yes.
myself.
And then she killed us. Even though she was already dead. This is all fake.
Fake.
Okay, let's try to get back on track. You're real. The princess is real. The world is real. The people in the world are real. And the danger she poses to all of them is also, quite unfortunately, real. Whatever you did the first time, it sounds like it almost worked. So how about you give it one last try? Because killing yourself seemed to undo all the good you almost managed to accomplish. All this standing around and talking is boring. Let's at least do something. Maybe we'll kill her again. Maybe we won't.
Just
Maybe we'll
kill
even.
her. Let's just go.
You continue down the path towards the... It isn't long before you're steps away from your destination. I don't think you need any words of warning. I think you know what's in there, and the more he talks, the... Whatever. It's,
Give me the fucking blade.
The interior of the cabin is long
Where's the
and
blade?
dark, a single narrow hallway stretching far into the distance. Curtains billow out from tall windows on either side, obscuring the path forward, fluttering helplessly as opposing gusts of wind rush into the building, clashing and joining and driving everything forward. The only furniture of note is... That's... What's strange? Is it the mirror? No, there isn't a mirror. What's strange is that there isn't much of anything in here at all, aside from the curtains. There's supposed to be a pristine blade. Why isn't there a pristine blade? Great. Something else has been taken away from us. I suppose the only way to go is forward. So forward we will go. Blade or not, it doesn't really matter, does it? You slowly make your way towards the gaping maw that awaits you. Your fraying nerves buzz with trepidation, the chill wind raising your hackles as it gently pushes you forward, towards the darkness at the end of the hallway. You can't shake. We've always been watched. You're watching us right now. Sometimes the feeling is just... I feel like you're trying to put us on edge. We don't need all this anticipation. We just need this to be over. You stop as you reach the end of the hallway, I presume in front of whatever mirror isn't actually there. What are the odds she's waiting for us right now? Just out of sight, on the other side of that glass. You reach your arm forward into the pitch black of the opening. Nothing. It's like this place read our mind just to mess with us.
What you looking at, killer? Staring into the void? Thinking about what it'd be like to die again? I know exactly how you feel.
Shit, where is she? You feel something long and frigid coil around your ankle. Your heart skips a beat, standing in muted shock for one long, frozen moment. And then it, she, the princess, constricts. Your bones snap. Icy pain radiates up from the break, a deep cold flooding your veins as your legs, numb with the shock of it, collapse, and you collapse with them. You're met with the terrifying visage of the princess. Her hand grips your leg in a steel vice, her grin carved jagged from ear to ear, crowded with far too many long and crooked teeth.
But do you know how I feel? I gave you a path to forgiveness. I gave you a chance to make things right. I thought maybe you'd seen what you've done and feel remorseful. Maybe try to make it up to me. But no, you'd rather use that knife to keep making the same mistake over and over and over.
Give it back.
Even after I ripped your heart out, you still cut me. And for what? I didn't go anywhere. You didn't banish me. I'm right back here with you. A little better, a little worse.
I don't care.
Well, maybe a lot worse. So, here's how this is going to go. I'm going to take your body, and I'm going to walk it out of here. And you get to watch me do it. Completely helpless. Just like you left me.
I say we let her do it. It's something different.
Do we even have a choice? You always have a choice. Maybe before, but not now. There isn't a blade this time. Exactly. What
Yeah,
choice
but-
is there if there isn't a
I
blade?
use my bare hands to rip her fucking flesh off.
Well, unless you have any specific ideas.
Theory of
I
flesh,
think my
that is.
vote's the only one that counts.
Smash her pass? Dude, get out. Oh my god, hold on. I'm struggling.
You violently struggle against the princess, but all you manage to do is grind the fragments of your splintered ankle together. You can't shake free from her now.
It's so easy to make you squirm. I won't be crueler than I have to be. I don't even want to cause any more damage. It'll be hard enough for me to walk out of here on that broken ankle.
You remain pinned to the floor of the long hallway as the rest of the princess's body emerges. Her proportions all wrong, limbs bent and curling, moving in ways that defy your understanding.
Oh, shoot. Ah! Scared me. I am so stupid. Nope, that's not it. Copy. There's nothing to smash. To like bones. Sorry, I forgot to put the link in some other places. That's why nobody's in here. Alright, continue.
Her torso stretches until her face is practically touching yours, her neck cracking audibly as she twists to look at you from a fresh angle. Are you sure you can't do anything to help us? Can't you, like, manifest a rock right on top of her head?
And for what? Just to fall through her ethereal body?
And crush you along with her? Not that I even can manifest a rock. Besides, I thought you all wanted to free the princess. Not like this. You don't even have a weapon, so I'm afraid you're out of luck, which unfortunately means that I, and the rest of the world, are out of luck too. And whose fault is it there isn't a weapon here? Yours, I assume. There's supposed to be a pristine blade. Whatever you did in those previous lives of yours, you really messed up. Are you seriously trying to blame this on us? Your vision fades as she tears open the membrane of your soul. You're awake. Eyes once again fixed on the long hallway, your vision swimming as the princess's command reverberates inside your skull. Her voice is all-encompassing. You feel wrong. It's so cramped in here. Like there's some sort of growth trying to push us all out. I know. You rise to your feet, though the pain in your ankle is blinding. Your body slumps against the wall, desperately leaning into it for support. There's another option, you know. Don't help either of them. Flip the tape. That gap where the mirror was.
I don't think it goes anywhere. Let's throw ourselves into the abyss.
Into the abyss we
Your
go!
body, still slumped against the wall, trapped between the princess's overwhelming will and the blinding pain of your splintered ankle, takes an excruciating step towards the cabin door. The movement is stiff, your body reduced to a marionette, pulled reluctantly along by your strings.
It's not that bad. The pain feels good. Because I know you feel it too.
In a single moment of overwhelming willpower, you tear your body from the wall and hurl it towards the gaping abyss.
I won't let you do that.
Capillaries burst and muscle fibers tear as you and the princess struggle over the reins of your body. One foot planted firmly on the edge where the floor ends, and the nothing begins. It's unquestionable that her reserves are greater than yours, but fortunately for you, the distance you have to cover is far shorter.
Enough is enough. I'm tired of us always losing. It's just a step away.
Even if you throw yourself into the abyss, you still lose.
You throw everything you have against her and manage, for one brief moment, to overpower the princess's hold on your body. But that moment was all you needed. Your foot slips a few inches, and you collapse forward, the darkness swallowing you whole.
Why do you hate me?
Her thought slips through you, unheeded, as you fall, and fall,
'Cause you have to
and
die.
fall.
What an end. But at least it's ours. An empire of frigid nothing.
I don't think this qualifies as saving the world, but at least you didn't ruin it. What happens now?
So you need what happens now. You wanted this.
But I want to know what he thinks happens now.
I don't think you're going to find that out.
Oh? And why is that?
You should pay better attention to your head. You left. Gone. It's just you and you and you and me.
'Cause it's you and you and you and me and you.
Idiot.
He's gone. But
He's called me an idiot. Terminal velocity seizes. And you feel a something, a mass, a growth torn out of you. You and the princess look at each other for a short moment.
What's happening to me?
But you don't answer her before she's gone. You feel the resistance underneath your feet once more. Memory returns.
she's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now?
Goodbye. Approach the mirror.
This doesn't feel right. It feels different. Final. It's going to do something to us. I can feel it. Ignore the cowards. You have to look.
The voices feel small, distant as you approach. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone, but the mirror remains. It's time for you to see what's in it. You've grown. Find yourself in the long quiet again. You are at the cabin. Approach.
Flickering lights and empty cityscapes become pockets of vitality and movement. I am more than I was before. Whenever you are ready, I will wipe your slate clean once again.
Fine. Do whatever you have to do.
I await your return, but it will give me time to reflect on what I am. We will meet again.
Everything goes dark, and you die.
You're on a path in the woods. And at the end of that, you're here.
I know. Just go to the cabin.
You make your way up the short path to the cabin. A warning. She
Okay.
will... We're not going to go through...
I
Ignore
get
him.
it.
The blade.
Just die already.
You take the blade from the table. The door...
Who's
She sound... Don't let... Good. You're still listening to reason. You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the prince. She's so coldly beautiful. Focus on the task at hand.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
You step forward, your grip on the blade.
Oh? No talking then? Fine. I'm probably chained up in this basement for a reason, right? And if that knife is the
Okay,
only...
have a good
So, you should just drop it. Best not to risk
Bye-bye.
finding out what I can do.
Have a good night. I'm about to end stream anyway in like a bit, so it's okay.
She's unarmed. If you hesitate now, it'll be too late.
I'm not dropping the blade.
Then I'm not talking to you.
Then die.
Doubt, unfortunately, clouds your thoughts as you attempt to run her through. A moment of distraction and hesitation is all she needed to sidestep your thrust and deliver a catastrophic blow to your jaw. It feels like you've been hit with a sledgehammer. You can feel bone grinding on bone where your jaw has been fractured. Holy shit, that hurts! Though she's unarmed, the shock of that first strike is enough to stagger you, putting you and the princess on somewhat equal footing. Your blade slashes through the air again and again, and her fists connect with your body as many times or more, each impact as heavy as that first bone-crushing hit. We can still turn this around.
No. You need to die.
You and the princess stare at each other, both gasping for breath, equally exhausted. You probably won't make it out of here alive, but you can at least make sure that she won't make it out of here, either. Excuse me? Do you think this is what I wanted to happen? I have a duty to state the facts of the Can you not feel all those The two of you clash for the final time. You feel your ribs break as she delivers a heavy blow, but you push through the pain, falling forward and sinking your blade deep into the princess's heart.
Oh.
The two of you fall to the floor.
This was fun.
The princess gasps, her voice an unhealthy rasp as her lungs start to fill with blood.
You put up more of a fight than I thought you would. But I have to wonder, do you really think this is the end?
Don't care.
But you don't have time to worry over such things.
Everything goes dark. And you die.
And you die.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Okay. I just died. Again. Can I kill her now? Like,
Oh, she will love
one
the
here.
crit.
Yep. I get it. Okay, we have a new guy. Stubborn.
The cabin is tighter than its exterior would suggest. Its cold stone walls press in on you, as if trying to forcefully direct you towards your destination. The only furniture of note is a black iron altar with a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
I've died like at least 20 times by now. And like, and then I went through two princesses. This is the third princess. Gotta get that blade.
You take the blade from...
Let's get in there.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a rough stone staircase, its walls pressing at your sides and tightening as you descend. The air seeping from below is heavy and oppressive, with an almost sulphuric odor to it. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor. Her fierce voice carries up the stairs.
Is that another challenger? Finally. It's been ages since I've had a good fight.
This isn't what she sounded like last time. Her voice is a little deeper, almost threatening. Good. Sounds like my kind of princess. As much as I appreciate the enthusiasm, just make sure you don't let your bloodlust get to your head. You need to stay focused and keep your wits about you. Remember, you're here to slay the princess, not to have a good fight. As you descend the final step, the form of the princess comes into view. A large shackle leading from her wrist to the basement wall. It looks like she could rip those chains out of the wall without a second thought.
Oh, it's you again. I'd been hoping you'd find your way back here. Good to see that death doesn't stick for either of us. And you brought your little knife, too. Yeah, I'm going to have fun breaking you into little pieces.
Good. With a singular focus, you launch off the wet stone floor of the basement and catapult yourself headlong towards the princess. Here we go. Oh, we'll make it count, all right. You can feel flesh give way before a sudden impact blunts your momentum, your weapon tightly lodged in the bone of her arm. Pull it out. We'll try a different angle. No, we can do with... We're not gonna win if our weapon's stuck in her arm.
Shut the fuck up.
You pull back on the blade's hilt, doing your best to free it from its sinewed prison. But as you tug the blade free, the princess slams you down onto her knee. It collides with your ribs, and you feel them splinter, cracking like wet wood from the impact. And you find yourself in midair, effortlessly tossed across the room. You hit the floor, your ribs complaining painfully. But you can feel the hilt in your grip. You still have your weapon. You push yourself off the ground and attack the princess, trying to bait an opening. You do your best to outplay her, slashing out and leaving red cuts in the tattered remains of her white dress. But you have little room to maneuver. For every glancing blow you manage to land, she slams you against the wall in retaliation, each impact threatening to be the last. This weak little dance isn't working. Just toughen up and overpower her.
You're right.
She's throwing us around like a ragdoll. I think overpowering her is a little out of the question.
Did you think you could stop me with a few cuts? All this dancing around is doing nothing but annoying me. I own this place, and I own you.
The princess's arm shoots forward, her palm wrapping around your head, fingers gripping your skull.
How disappointing.
She squeezes, the pressure unbearable as her fingers dig into your scalp. The last thing you hear is the unsettling crack of your skull, and the sickening churn of what was your grey matter. Everything goes dark, and you die. You're on a path. If you weren't so damned afraid of what she'd do to you, we wouldn't have died back there.
Yeah, I forgot I did that.
Fear is good. Fear keeps us alive. So what? You'd have us No, but that place suits her better than it suits us. She's big. We can't hope to find holes and openings down there. We need more room if we're going to survive. Are you suggesting luring her into the woods? Do you have any idea how dangerous that would be? If you lose sight of her, if she manages to slip away, that's it. Game over. Are you not challenging us on all the looping? Have you known about it the whole time? Are you the same one we've been talking to since the beginning? Sorry to disappoint what I'm sure must feel like a grand revelation, but that's not what's going on. Then what is going on? What's going on is that you'd only be saying the things you've been saying if you'd already been here. And if you'd already seen things you weren't supposed to have seen. It doesn't matter. We could go in circles forever. I don't like staying still for too long. Let's get to the cabin, see this through. It's good to know that at least one of you is still capable of reason. We may have the same destination, but we're not the same. You are still an other, and I don't trust you. Well, fortunately, you have an entire trip through the woods to reconsider that.
There's nothing to reconsider. We're all for violence, eh?
Are we? I haven't signed off on anything yet. Violence is the answer here, but the method is equally important to the act. It's like I said, all just circles. Instinct tells me we need space, and I trust instinct. It isn't long before you find yourself at the end of the path, staring up the hill at the cabin. I hope you've given serious thought to your predicament.
No last advice for us? No words of warning?
What I gather, you've heard it all before. There's no use screaming into the wind.
I don't know. Screaming sounds pretty good right about now.
I could use a little catharsis. Catharsis is for when we're finished. For now, we need to hold it out in front of us, something to chase. The interior of the cabin is suffocatingly tight, more of a glorified tunnel than a building. Its stone walls squeeze against your sides, leaving you no choice but to press forward. The only furniture of note is an iron altar jutting out from the wall. A pristine blade perched on its head. The blade is your implement. See? We have even less space than before. We need space or she'll kill us.
Kill her.
Take it! You take the blade from the altar. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon. Good. There's no overcoming her without it. We need every part of us to survive, and that steel claw is as much a part of us as any. You step forward. Always a bit. You bring your fist crashing down against the door leading to the basement. It swings open, scraping against the floor as it reveals the dim path ahead. Before you is what may as well be a sheer cliff face. There are enough footholds that you'll be able to clamber your way to the bottom, but it will require careful effort. The air hissing up from below is warm and wet, like the breath of an enemy locked in close quarters. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her voice, bold and fierce and impatient, echoes from the chamber below.
Do you have more fight in you than last time? That was such a disappointing show.
Goad her. Rile her up. If she's angry, she'll make mistakes.
That's a good point. If you want to fight, then how about you come and get one?
That's not how this works. I'm all chained up, remember?
No, you're not.
How about you
You're
come
lying.
down here and fight me?
We'll need to show ourselves. Make her boil over and forget her metal bindings. Fine by me. You've nowhere to go but down. You start the difficult journey, gripping the stone, lowering yourself foot by grueling foot. But soon, there is solid ground beneath you. Remember every crack and crevice. We'll need to be faster than her. You turn to face what lies at the end of the narrow tunnel. The princess, imposing and tightly muscled, grins back at you from the darkness. Her face widens into a...
There you are, knife in hand. How thrilling. Attack me, bleed me, twist the blade in my flesh. Break your bones against my body. I want a real challenge this time.
We can't get that close. She'll kill us in the tight space, steel claw or not. Make her come to us, stand beyond her chains, and let her become frenzied. She'll break them. I really don't like the sound of this. It's the only way we live.
Well, what are you waiting for? If we're gonna do this right, you can't be scared. You need to want this as much as I do. So go on. Make the first move. Don't keep me waiting.
Not down here. If you want me, you have to come and get me.
The princess scoffs.
Oh, you're up to something tricky, aren't you? You're teasing me with what I want. But I'm sick of waiting. I'm not going to let you give me another bad fight. I'm going to get what I want.
Bloody desire in her eyes, the princess rushes forward, ignoring her chains as they bend and snap. Run. Without hesitation, you turn back the way you came and scramble up the ledge towards the tunnel entrance. As you near the top, Hands desperately clawing at jagged stone, you glance back. The princess is right on your heels. She doesn't bother to scale the wall as you do, instead digging deep into the rock of the cliff face with her fingertips in her rabid pursuit.
Anywhere you go, I will follow.
Good. You reach the ledge and hoist yourself up into the tunnel, the cabin door finally in sight, at once within your grasp and infinitely distant.
What is all of this for? What's the point? You and I are always going to end in violence, so why bother to run? I know what I am. Why can't you be the same? Little bird, where do you think you're going?
We're almost there. Don't think about almost. We're there when we're there. And we'll take the fight with us. Your skin hums tight with adrenaline as you burst through the cabin door and roll onto the grass. You glance back at the cabin as the princess, singular in her desire to destroy you, explodes through the doorway. You are walking a dangerous path. If you waver once, it's all over. So get it right.
There's nothing left to slow me down. Do you think this is better for you? Do you think this space gives you an edge? Then show me. Show me that you've been worth all the room you've taken up in my head.
Do it. Be swift, strike true, be where she's not. Let your body move you.
Oh, we'll see about that. Traps aren't real. The only thing that's real is bloodshed.
She charges, fully determined to end you in a single move. Left, now! As the princess strikes, your body swerves to the left. She overextends, stumbling as her balance shifts unexpectedly. Strike. Before you can finish the thought, you lash out, the blade slicing through her leg. She turns to swing again. Right. You move out of the way, but this time it's not quite as clean. You can feel a bruise already blooming where her elbow crashed into flesh. It's nothing. A scratch. Yes, it could be worse. And you managed to gift her another cut in return. I'll be damned.
We're actually going to pull this off, aren't we?
You just might. But don't let it get to your head. Not until it's over.
Can't give up.
Yes, finally! This is the hole I felt in my heart. This is what I've needed. This is what I've been missing. This is how it always needed to end. Both of us giving it our all, beating and bleeding each other to death.
Oh, jeez. Yeah.
The two of you engage in a devastating flurry of blows, each of you wounding the other again and again. She's stronger, but you're faster, and the deeper the both of you fall into your lethal dance, the more your edge shines over hers. She's slowing down, blood pouring from wounds, splattering at her feet, leaving her weak and unsteady. More! Keep going! We can't stop now! You spy an opening, but this time she's waiting for you. She lets you sink the blade deep, trapping you in place long enough to wrap you in her impenetrable arms. You're slammed to the ground. Nothing! These blows are nothing to us! But her gambit wasn't enough to close the gap. It wasn't enough to kill you. She stares you down, coughing up a splash of blood as she gasps for breath.
You've outplayed me, haven't you?
Yeah. You're pretty good yourself.
Something feels wrong. Something.
And?
She's gonna finally die.
Then what happens?
No. My victory. But you do not have time the chance to respond, nor will you ever. It's time for you to leave. Memory returns.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now?
Just be quiet.
This doesn't feel right. It feels different. Final. That thing reeks of death.
Screw the mirror! We just need to find the princess!
Your voices feel small, distant as you approach. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone once again. The mirror always makes them leave. But you need to see what's in it. You've unraveled. Out you withered. find yourself in the long quiet once again. You are at the cabin.
I am a growing chorus of contradiction, a mass of tides ebbing and flowing all at once in more directions than my attention can bear to hold. To look at any one is to shift them all into something new, and to look away is to reshape them yet again. All of me is changing, and yet the rest of me is still the same.
You know, at the end of this, once you're finished, I'm gonna kill you, right?
If that remains your choice when all is said and done, then you may try. But know that I do not wish you harm, even if you attempt to destroy me.
Let's just go back.
I will be here when it is time for us to meet again.
Everything goes dark, and you die.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
Alrighty! Okay, I got it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thanks for everybody that stayed through the stream and everyone that joined. I'm gonna end it here. Pick back up tomorrow, I guess. That was fun. I killed her. In the end, I killed her. And tomorrow, see if we can befriend her. Or kill her. I think I'm gonna kill her. End of video.